Hello, everyone. This is John Hill here. This is the assignment that I created using Cami. What we're looking at right now is the text. It's a first-hand account of the recollections of the War of 1812 by one of the soldiers on the British side. He was born in Scotland and whatnot. This text here, I picked out a little text here, just kind of regarding the conditions and some of the I don't know. He just kind of talks on about moving around in the war and some of the little tips they had and things like that. So I just took a few paragraphs here, probably about 2 pages, and just copied it here to the Cami. Something I've noticed a lot of times when you're copying a PDF, it will break up certain words. So it's just important to look through and look for the red squiggles and read through it, make sure there's not anything broken apart that make it harder to read than it has to be. But this is the text here. And the question that I drove from this to kind of foster close reading is, what are 3 reasons of the War of 1812 for poor conditions for the fighting within this text? And there's probably about 15 in here that you could say that, this war might have not been worth it if you were thinking from a soldier's point of view, which is one of the many reasons why the war ended. It was kind of an undecisive war, so one of the key takeaways is just that it was kind of it wasn't guerrilla warfare per se, but there was definitely a lot of different tiffs, and there was a lot of stalemates between the soldiers and the battles that were fought. So that's what this text is partially talking about. And if you wanted to create, like an answer sheet for yourself or things like that, or just wanted to highlight it and talk about it in class, you can just create a copy of this so you can download it, and then create a copy of it, and then it would be very easy to just go through and highlight the parts that you think you would want to talk about the most in class. Maybe just put this up on the projector or whatever tool you're using to show this, and say you just kind of have a discussion about the different pieces that were taken away from it, and say that maybe one kid thought the enemy then took position and fortified a camp where they remained during the winter. Does that sound fun to fight? I don't think so. Especially not in the Buffalo-Niagara region of the wintertime. I think that would definitely make it a stalemate, and it would be a key point maybe to bring up. And I'm sure if all the students read this and did this assignment correctly, I'm sure probably half the class would use this as a pretty clear reason why the War of 1812 are poor conditions for fighting. So I think this is a cool resource to use, because you can always just not always, but you can generally find primary sources on Google Books, and it's just a free to use source. So you can just copy and paste it in here, just highlight some things for class, but leave the unhighlighted version for students to do their assignment on the night before, and then you can discuss it in class, which I think is a really good idea. Thanks for listening, and hope you have a great weekend. Thanks.